monkeys.
Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Golden Falls, Golden What If, whatever you want to call me, and I am back. I'm back with part 2 of What If Deku was an assassin. And real quick before I actually begin, a couple of things I want to say. First off, make sure to go sub to my boy Saint. Links are in the description. You can click on that link that's labeled Saint, and it'll have all his links, like I said before. Secondly, I have merch. I said this last video and the video before. Check out the merch. It's on my channel, so check that out if you want. And third off, has nothing to do with real information, but I'm a little sick right now, just a little bit. I've had a cough, but you know, the grind don't stop, and I'm gonna still try to pump out these videos for y'all. And yeah, that's about it. And I'm not gonna waste any more of your time, and we're just gonna get right into the what if. Let's get it. Izuku and all his shadows begin charging at the Nomu. Immediately, it's clear and transparent that the Nomu may have the durability to sort of keep up, but these shadow assassins are far more than he can handle. And well, Izuku isn't really even fighting. He's just instructing the assassins to attack them. But right when Izuku enters the frame, it feels like the Nomu's success just went down to 0. Izuku begins striking him with his hidden blade in crucial parts of the Nomu's body. And yes, the Nomu has extreme regeneration, but Izuku has so many weapons at his disposal that it might not even matter. Izuku begins using his hidden blade, but it's tipped with a certain type of poison, and it begins to slowly deteriorate the Nomu. The rest of the shadow assassins begin using and wielding different weapons, from hatchets to axes to various other swords, and begin striking down the Nomu, attempting to cut off limbs. The Nomu is visibly frustrated by this and begins to swing basically without even a thought. But Izuku and his shadow assassins are way too well trained for this, dodging with ease and striking at the vital points once again, eventually leading to 2 of the shadow assassins cutting off the Nomu's head. But as this happens, the shadow around the Nomu begins to shift, move, and for some reason the shadow floats up into the sky and then floats over to Izuku, then disappears. Aizawa and the entire class is in complete awe and shocked, and Aizawa goes to ask this assassin, what did he just do? Well, Izuku just took the shadow of the Nomu. This Nomu was super powerful, and even Izuku was able to recognize that. So he figured out his own way of taking and manipulating the shadow from the Nomu. And well, let's just say that he might have someone else now in his arsenal. But Aizawa approaches the assassin and asks him if they are his next target. Of course not. I'm not here to defeat any of you, kill any of you. Only this thing, and well, the guy with a bunch of hands on his face. Izuku is about to basically charge at the guy, but a portal opens behind him and they immediately leave. And Shigaraki tells the assassin that this isn't over. At the front of the USJ, you can hear someone enter with a loud bang. No need to fear, because I'm here. All Might looks around to see that there are no more villains. There's no big monster, there's just some weird thing laying on the ground, and well, everyone's knocked out. He runs over to Aizawa and asks if he's okay, not even realizing that there's an assassin from the Creed right there. Aizawa, are you okay? Seriously, All Might, that's what you're asking right now? Look who's right there. All Might looks to see the assassin, and the assassin does one big jump backwards. Well, sorry to keep this short, but I do acknowledge you, All Might, as a true hero. I would never mess with or even try to harm you. But I'll see you all very soon. Izuku then basically takes one step forward and poofs into a shadow himself. And the rest of the class, All Might and Aizawa, stand there in complete confusion. They're just astounded that someone has the abilities that this assassin has, and that frankly, that the assassins are real. Izuku then leaves UA and begins scouring the city once again, and basically lands on a building. When he lands, an eagle then flies in and lands on his shoulder with a tiny little note attached to it. He grabs the note and begins to read. There have been many reports of a man in a mask that has been plotting the downfall of all quirks, and the expense is found at his own daughter. Here is the picture of the man, and do your best to track him down. Izuku then looks and begins scouring the city for any clues that he can find and maybe anything he can sense. But multiple days pass and he really can't find anything. But after some more time, he finally comes across this piece of evidence. He doesn't know how far it will take him. It's that the Night Eye Agency is currently under investigation of a man by the name of Overhaul. Their investigation really hasn't gone very far either, but Izuku decides that late at night he would go in there and see if he can get as much information as possible. In which he does just that. He enters the building at a very late hour and begins searching through the cabinets, and then until finally he finds the same picture that he has. So it does seem like they're investigating the same person. As he investigates this, he hears someone open the door and actually hears him talking to someone else, and he basically hides away in the wall, and his shadow basically overtakes a lampshade and he disappears in plain sight. Yeah, just some late night stuff that I want to look up. Okay, yeah, thank you. Night Eye walks in the room and goes on his computer and begins searching up things. Begins trying to find where this man Overhaul is, but obviously this isn't done just overnight, so he puts in hours of work. Izuku stands there basically in plain sight without being spotted and watches as Night Eye does his research. But unfortunately, Night Eye turns his head and sees this odd shadow, and when he looks into it closer, he spots a glimpse of Izuku. Izuku realizes this and jumps out. Okay. What the hell are you doing here? You know who I am? Well, you look familiar. That clothing? I assume you're part of the Creed. But I thought they were, well, kind of extinct. Not quite. But I am sort of the last one that patrols this area. This world? Japan? Something like that. Okay. Now why are you here? Same reason you are. Trying to figure out this whole Overhaul thing. That's his name, correct? Yes, precisely. You're after Overhaul as well? Yeah, I am. Well, maybe it'd be the best for both of us to work together. I don't work together. I don't work with other people. You know this. The Creed doesn't trust others. Yes, I know. But how about I just relay information to you, you relay information to me, and we find this guy a lot quicker. I'll sleep on it. Izuku then disappears into basically smoke, and Night Eye stands there confused at what the hell he just talked to. That he just talked to one of the legendary assassins that were supposed to be extinct, but he just was nice, relaxed, calm. He didn't try to kill him. He didn't fit the role of an assassin, but maybe this assassin is different. After some time, Izuku actually heads back to UA, but undercover this time. He has suspicion that maybe some, villains will show up at something they know as the UA Sports Festival. He enters without actually his assassin's clothing on, obviously, in just casual clothing, and walks around. And eventually he watches the UA Sports Festival in hopes of finding some of the villains that he has on his hit list. But unfortunately he comes up empty. But he does have a nice day just watching the festival as if he was some normal kid. He then leaves the festival and begins searching once again for Overhaul. But he can't find much. But he does catch a whiff of someone else. Someone that's maybe having such a high impact that he's even gone global. And this person is known as the Hero Killer, Stain. He's been basically at large for a long time now, and he is known to basically have a certain hit list, but for what he deems as fake heroes. Izuku can sort of relate to this, but he knows that the Hero Killer, other known as Stain, is going to be a massive problem. So he decides himself that he's going to hunt him down in the meantime, while trying to track down the one known as Overhaul. So Izuku begins tracking the patterns and everything he learns about Stain, about all the heroes that he has killed and everyone that he is going to kill. He steals police records and records from other hero agencies and learns about all the hits that basically the Hero Killer has done, leading him to 2 people. But he has an idea at what the next person will be. A pro hero by the name of Native. So Izuku basically heads out and begins watching and scouting the pro hero Native for a while. And until one night, Hosu City was under attack by Nomus. Izuku wondered if maybe All For One and Shigaraki were basically in cahoots with, Stain, and this was a distraction for Stain himself, or maybe this was a way for them to try and recruit him. Either way, this definitely seemed planned. This definitely seemed like something that, Shigaraki and the League of Villains would want to set up. Until Izuku then spots Stain, and Stain jumps out and attacks the pro hero Native. Quickly, Izuku kicks Stain off of Native, and they begin talking. So you're the Hero Killer, huh? Who are you? Wait, that clothing. Interesting. A real assassin right in front of me. It's like poetic, you know? I took the place of what you guys were trying to do. You guys hid in the shadows for so long. But I'm back, I'm here, and I'm doing your job for you. So how about you step off and leave before I end your life? Yeah, sorry, can't do that. But it's an interesting offer. How about this? How about I knock you out and I drag you to the police station? Or I end your life where you stand. Oh, interesting. I guess we're gonna have to find out who the real assassin is then, huh? Stain charges at Izuku and immediately tries to cut him, but Izuku is easily able to block the sword with one of his gauntlets and stabs at Stain's arm and flips him on his back, slamming him. Stain immediately recovers, kicking off a wall and pile drives himself right into Izuku, crashing into another wall. Pro hero Native tries to run away, but Izuku actually refuses to let him leave, in realization that this man must not be a good hero if Stain is after him. So Izuku shoots a hidden blade at him, basically wrapping himself in chains. The pro hero Native asks what is he doing, and Izuku looks at him. I'm no hero. I'm an assassin. Don't forget that. Izuku continues his fight with Stain, and Stain tries to get the upper hand, but Izuku basically is analyzing his moves. "Don't play so coy with me, boy. Use your whole power, everything you have. This isn't your limit, right? If so, you'll die where you stand." Izuku smirks at this remark, and it seems that Stain is enjoying this fight. Basically, it's like he's fighting someone that's his role model in a way. But Izuku quickly makes a bunch of shadow assassins, and they surround Stain. Stain then realizes the predicament that he just got himself into. That these shadow assassins, they can't be cut, and basically he can't use his quirk on them, and there's no guarantee that Izuku will even allow him a chance to cut him as well. "I know what you're looking at, Stain, and I know what you're looking for. I know your quirk. It's pretty simple actually, but effective. But it's not even sure if it'll work on me. You cut me, lick my blood, who says I still don't win this fight? Because I'll paralyze you. You'll be stuck in place forever." "What about my assassins, my shadow assassins?" "They're just decoys, copies. You're the real one, the real fight. These won't matter once you're down." "Yeah, think what you want. Actually, I'll even give you a free opening. Go on, take it." Izuku spreads his arms as if he's greeting Stain in, and as Stain lunges at him taking the bait, a shadow assassin stabs him in the chest with a sword. "Oh, you really fell for that. It's like the lamest trick in the book, Stain." Stain begins grasping for air and pulls the blade out of his chest and destroys one of his shadow assassins. "You damn idiot. I won't let you kill me here. No. Only a real hero can. You're an assassin. I may be modeled after you, but that doesn't matter. I'll kill you no matter what." Stain then looks down to see Izuku stabbing him once again in the throat, and he can no longer talk. Stain drops to the ground, dead. And as this happens, a boy runs in by the name of Ida Tenya and finds Stain on the ground, dead. "You, what did you do?" You're the one from UA, huh? The one that ran off to help and get the heroes? I heard what happened to your brother. I apologize. But you're out for revenge of what? Him? He's already dead. Now go on with your life. Ida is shocked by this and goes to attack the assassin to attack Izuku, but Izuku immediately sweeps his leg and pile drives him to the ground. "I told you, your beef is not with me. You need to go now." Izuku then shows his hidden blade and basically tells Ida that if he doesn't leave, he'll kill him. Ida then decides to run off and tell Pro Heroes that the assassin is there. But when they all arrive, he's gone. Izuku is gone in an instant, and it's not surprising. Even some of the Pro Heroes that are there know of this assassin and heard from the USJ. There was no chance of them catching him. If he wanted to be seen, he would have been seen and then left immediately. He decides the tempo of every fight. He may not even be able to be caught. Even without a quirk, he is beyond most of the Pro Heroes, and they're just lucky that he's not hunting Pro Heroes at this moment. Izuku is on top of a nearby building and hears the conversation that the Pro Heroes are having, and he smirks and then ends up leaving. After some time, he pays a little visit to the League of Villains base once again, and when he arrives, it seems empty. Yeah, I thought they would be gone. The TV though turns on once again. Hello, Mr. Assassin. It's me again, all for one. I'm curious at what you're doing here once again. Just, paying a little visit to my friendly neighborhood hand freak. So you're here to see Shigaraki. Unfortunately, we moved somewhere else. So, well, you won't have accessibility to us. Yeah, I can tell. Why would you stay in the same place when I know where you are? Of course, but you still came here. And why is that? I don't know. Maybe to see if you guys are stupid enough to stay. Also, don't talk to me like we're buddy-buddy. I'm here to kill you as well. I hope you know that. Yes, I know. But what if I had a proposition for you? Proposition, huh? You know I'm an assassin, right? Why would I take a proposition from you? Well, my proposition is simple. You help me, I help you. I give you all the information you need on where Overhaul will be. And then, well, I'll just ask for a small favor from you. What is that favor? Oh, it's very simple. I need your quirk. Tons of Nomus then begin rising out of the ground, busting their way through walls, doors, everywhere. This was a trap. Did Izuku know that this was a trap? Why would he come here if he knew? Well, Izuku stood still as laughing began going over the TV, and then the TV shut off as the Nomus begin to converge on him. And that is a wrap for this part. Did Izuku know that this was a trap? If he did, what's gonna happen next? That's real talk. I hope y'all enjoyed this part. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure to comment down below any suggestions for future what ifs. And yeah, that's about it. And I hope all y'all have an amazing day. Later.